Imagine you have a problem and you are trying to solve your own problem. Then people come in that, look, we want to help you solve your problem because we discovered that you have a problem. We want to play a part in helping you solve the problem. You give them the go-ahead, thinking they are helping you to solve the problem. They put structures in place to help you solve a problem. One day you wake up only to realize that the people whom you have given the go-ahead to solve the problem, they are actually part of the problem. I'm telling you. The Burkina Faso government has arrested some foreign intelligence under the pretense of NGOs, plotting and planning, carrying agenda to destabilize the entire country. These guys were mapping the security pattern of Burkina Faso. They were mapping the entire military formation of Burkina Faso, recruited some of the citizens and other citizens around Burkina Faso. My goodness. Lovely family. Every day for a thief. One day for the owner. When Burkina Faso is trying so hard to rebuild their country, the enemy are working closely to break down the country rather. Lovely family, thank you so much for joining me once again. We are back on another episode. This one, I don't know if I should call it betrayal, but let's get right into it and break down the story. And this breaking news is not only about Burkina Faso, it cut across and hit Nigeria. Before we get into it, I urge you to support the platform, hit the like button and subscribe to be part of the family if today's your first time. And some of you too, I know, and you know that I know that you have been watching me. You refuse to subscribe. I don't know. Today, I break that heart stone. Subscribe to be part of the family. Anyway, let's break down the story together to understand exactly what is going on in Burkina Faso. On October 7th, 2025, you can see it is just fresh news. Burkina Faso government held a press briefing that shocked many across that region, the Sahel. Authorities in the Sahel or in Burkina Faso has revealed that INSO, which is an abbreviation of a particular NGO which has been officially present in the country since 2019. The press briefing revealed that this NGO was not doing the work it was licensed to do, but rather investigation has revealed that this organization had gone far beyond their original role in the country. According to the Minister of Security, Divisional Police Commissioner Mahamudu Sana, he explained that these NGOs agents were systematically collecting sensitive data on military and security operation across the entire Burkina Faso. So clearly this wasn't ordinary NGO work. The details of the report revealed that these people gathered detail about routes and composition of military convoy, collecting data about positions and movement of the defense forces and the security forces, the FDS, and also the movement of the local defense volunteers, the VDP. And they even went further to collect statistics on terrorist attack and victims. So in simple time, what they were doing is that they were mapping the country's defense system. Now this is what the investigation revealed. When authorities confronted these NGOs officials, they admitted that their teams were indeed collecting these informations. Why? According to their explanation, they claim that the information was meant to help humanitarian organizations operate more safely and to provide data for their international donors. But this is what the problem is. They couldn't explain what actually happened to the information afterward because the information was being stored in a database outside Burkina Faso. Now think about that for a moment. Sensitive national security data being centralized abroad in a country that's already battling foreign-backed armed group, that actually raises big questions. Who is benefiting from the information stored abroad? You know already. And the dangerous aspect of the conversation is that this particular NGO, they were suspected, and in July 31st, 2025, they were suspended. The government suspended their operation, thinking that would be the end. No way. According to officials, even after these NGOs were being banned from operating in the country, do you know what they are doing? The NGO, they continue to operate in secret, holding online meetings, and they continue with the data collection secretly through underground networks. That is when the security move in. So as I'm speaking to you right now, lovely people, 7 of these NGO employees were arrested, including foreign nationals from France. That we are not surprised. Senegal also, French Republic, Mali, alongside 4 Burkinabe citizens. That one hurt me a lot. Some people in Africa, they have decided not to grow. They are still dancing to the tune of the imperialists. They come and recruit them to do dirty work against their own country, lovely family. And all these people, they face charges of espionage, treason, crime, and this could carry severe penalties under Burkina Faso's criminal code because it is treasonal offense. How was the government of Burkina Faso able to gather this information and track these people down with all these details? It was with the help of some citizens in Burkina Faso. Some pretend like they are helping these NGOs, gathering information, understanding what the NGOs were doing, and then giving feedback to the military. You see, some decide to betray the country, some decide to do what? Protect the country. If by this time you did not like this video, then I don't know what is happening to you, but you need to like this video and subscribe to be part of the family. And the minister went ahead and issued serious warning in the statement to all the other NGOs who are present in the country that, look, you are welcome to help, but you must respect the country's law and sovereignty. Our country is no longer a playground for manipulation. So Burkina Faso already had trust issue with the NGOs. Somebody will be like, why won't they just sack them since you know? No, it doesn't work like that. Let me explain to you. Now these people were suspended, arrested with evidence. So it will be easy to expel them from the country without having feedback from the international community and their cooking narrative about you. No. I think Burkina Faso kept some of them in the country just to get evidence against them and kick them out of the country. And this is not the first time. Same thing is happening in Nigeria. Only Burkina Faso is taking a critical step. Nigeria is not. You all remember, in series of statements earlier this year, General Christopher Musa, the Chief of Defense Staff of Nigeria, raised serious alarm about the NGO. He revealed that some international NGOs operating in conflict zones might be directly supporting the stateless people, including the Boko people, the whatever group are terrorizing the people there. And he said not only in Nigeria, but across Africa. According to the general, the military has observed some strange pattern with these NGOs. Some NGOs come in to help you solve the problem. They come and pay 10-year rent in advance for properties located near the insurgent stronghold where the stateless people are actually operating in. They are more closer there. These people, they are never affected by the, by these stateless people. No, they are friends with them. So you don't see them attacking them. No. They are always close to them. They are their friends. And do you know what some of these NGOs do? Let me explain to you. You know, you have been watching in the news where you see that they said Burkina Faso army unalive citizens, Nigeria army unalive citizens. This and so army, they are accusing the army. These are the people on the ground giving information to media houses out there, you know them already, to paint the army the way they want them to paint the army. They become a shield to protect the stateless people. When these stateless people go to a village and then massacre that village, instead of in the news, it should be that stateless people have launched attack on a village. They will say there is a clash between villagers and Fulanis. I know you have been watching those things. So they have become a shield protecting the stateless people. And the Nigerian military has long complained that certain NGOs, internationally or not, supply goods and materials that end up in the hands of these stateless people. Report mentioned that food, medical supply, fuel, and even logistic information are being transferred to this group by these NGOs. And in process, some NGOs, according to the military of Nigeria, they allegedly breach security procedures, invading restricted areas without clearance by collecting sensitive data and transferring it to these people. So in other words, what should be a humanitarian work starts looking like intelligence gathering. So these people, if these things are true, it means that they are not NGOs. They are foreign intelligence. And I remember very well, General Musa was urging that we should start tracking these NGOs in our country. That is what Burkina Faso is doing. That's how come they were able to get these details and this information, and some people were arrested. So lovely people, this incident in Burkina Faso is not isolated. Across Africa, not only Nigeria, similar patterns have emerged. Foreign NGOs entering our country under humanitarian missions, but later they end up engaging in activities that compromise national security. And it is time we start asking the question, who found these organizations? What kind of data do they really collect? And how that data is being used? Is it for aid or for control? And I remember also when General Musa was talking, he said, look, if you are coming to help me solve a problem, We are looking at it that in the next 6 months, the problem will be solved. Then you will return back to base. Then you come to rent 10 years apartment, or let me say you pay 10 years in advance to stay in the country. It means you don't want us to even finish. It means you picture that in the next 10 years, the problem is still going to be here. So these NGOs, serious questions are hanging around them. And I think it is time, not only Burkina Faso, since we detect this in Burkina Faso and have this complaint from Nigeria, all Africa countries need to come together and start questioning these NGOs seriously. There are a lot hanging around them. So that is the current developing news coming from Burkina Faso, lovely people. I'm going to keep you updated on issue related to this. But without forgetting, please, kindly let me know your thoughts in the comment section. See you in the next episode. Respect.